Good afternoon. Welcome to the Elevation. I'm your host, Fred Rawls, coming to you on July 2nd of 2022. Wishing everybody a wonderful and great 4th of July weekend. We're celebrating our freedom from England. Back in the day from, I think that's what was a Revolutionary War. That's what was done there. So we celebrating our freedoms for this, in America, and I'm proud American. We're all Americans if you live in America. So we're continuing our series, The Path of the Righteous Gentile by Rabbi Chaim Clorfene and Yakov Rogalsky. That's his name. So, and we're talking about the courts of law for concerning the non-Jew or the Noahide, the Gentiles, which a lot of our courts of law in our country, the Constitution, are based on the seven Noahide laws. But we're doing part two of the courts of law, and this is concerning witnesses. So when you go into a court of law, and for whatever reason it may be, could be maybe a murder case or theft or abuse or anything like that, and you have to have witnesses to collaborate what happened. That they seen it, there was eyewitnesses. That way they can, that's the best kind of witness evidence to have is someone that's seen something happen, and they can collaborate the story, and that's what witnesses are for. But we also know that there are false witnesses. So this is why in the courts of a righteous government, a righteous law, that this is prevalent in those kind of countries. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in part two of the courts of law. Now, this is a short little part two, but you know what? It's very important. So let's get started. Anyway, part two, the laws concerning witnesses. A person may be convicted in a Noahide court by the testimony of a single witness, but only if the witness is known to be righteous. Very important fact. If the character of the witness is not known, it takes two witnesses to be able to convict the accused. It is permissible for the witnesses as well as the judge to be relatives of the accused. But that is also going to be based on the righteousness of the witness. If he's good in good standing, he's not going to have a bias or something like that. But regardless if it's his family or not, you know what? He's going to do what is right. That's the difference between righteous and unrighteous. It's one who's going to uphold the law and do what's right, regardless of if it's his relative or not. Because this could be in a custody case, this could be done in a civil conflict with concerning someone's property or their home. So that's why we got laws. That's why the Noahide law is universal, and that's why, like in America, a lot of our constitutional laws and laws that we have concerning property and rights are based on this. But this is based on witnesses. A person may testify against himself in a court of law, but since he is the accused, his character is definitely in question. And the second witness is necessary to be able to convict him. So in America, we have a right to stand up for ourselves in a court of law. But it's always best to have a lawyer. But if you think that you can convince the judge or the jury for that case about your situation, and you got good evidence, and hey, to get yourself out of it, fine, and you have the right to do that. The witnesses must be subjected to a thorough and systematic scrutiny to reveal any inconsistency or other flaws in their testimony. One is commanded to give truthful testimony in a court of law, even if he knows the testimony will damage a friend or exonerate an enemy. And this refers to civil litigation or criminal matters. In a criminal case, he is commanded to come forth and give testimony even if the court does not request him to do so. So that means of your own reconnaissance, if you think if you want to uphold justice and do what is right, you should put forth the effort to take a stand to do so. There are 10 classifications that are disqualified as witnesses or as judges in a court of law: women, slaves, small children, fools and the insane, the deaf and the mute, the blind, even if they recognize voices, known transgressors, people who care not how they behave in public, husbands of women and husbands of women involved in the trial, people who would benefit from a decision in the case. A wicked person is disqualified as a witness. This means that the testimony of anyone who is known to transgress the seven universal commandments is admissible. And this has to do what we've seen up here recently in the testimony against President 45, where a hearsay witness was brought in for testimony in our Congress to testify against something that they just heard about this person. This person should be inadmissible in a court of law. That's how you know that we have an unjust court system in America today because of this. The court should not admit the testimony of anyone unless it is ascertained that this person is involved in keeping the seven universal commandments and does not acts of kindness and conducts himself in a straight way and is honest and upright. So if someone goes to testify against someone just to get because they didn't get a promotion, or this person got angry at someone because that's the reason why this person was angry at President 45, because they didn't give him they gave him a pass on something that they wanted, but because they became angry at this person. So this is retaliation. So this person should be disqualified to testify against anybody, especially the accused. The court should not admit the testimony of anyone unless it is ascertained that this person is involved in keeping the seven universal commandments, does the acts of kindness and conducts himself in a straight way, and is honest and upright. I think I just read that, but good to read it again. The judge who admits testimony from a witness before it is ascertained whether the witness is qualified to testify is held responsible. This judge is considered as one who perverts justice. Whoever disgraces himself publicly is disqualified as a witness. These are people who walk and eat in a coarse, impolite fashion in public, and who go naked in public, or who are involved in any disgusting work or activity, or anyone who feels no self-embarrassment. All these people are considered on the level of dogs, and one cannot trust them and is stringent against giving false testimony. Even if a multitude of wise, God-fearing people tell someone that they saw such and such a person commit such and such a crime, and even though he believes it in his heart to be true, he is forbidden to testify in a court unless he saw the incident with his own eyes. Anyone who testifies on hearsay is conspiring against another, and this is a grave transgression, like we just seen here lately. Note, one who gives false testimony which convicts a person and causes them to be executed receives the death penalty. So this has to go with anybody who's a false witness against anybody who's in it, and then you get the death penalty and be put to death. By the hand of heaven, you can be put to death by the courts of law. And that's it. That's part 2 concerning witnesses, concerning the laws of the courts of law by the Noahide court. Remember, this is concerning Noahides. The seven universal law that's been given to Hashem, to Noah, all the way down to Mount Sinai, and given to Moses, to the Jewish people, to teach us, the non-Jews, what is admissible for the courts of law, to be righteous and just community, to uphold justice. Okay, that's it for today concerning this. But we had to get it out. So tomorrow we will be starting in chapter 12 honoring father and mother, which is, is the fifth commandment in the Ten Commandments, and what this means to have righteous behavior. All right, God bless you. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and have a great day and enjoy your weekend.